And I have a very Lebanese name, Naji, which could also be biblical, by the way, which means the one who is saved. And by God's grace, yes, I am saved by his blood. You know, my wife and myself arrived here at Stavanger on Saturday, and we had a very beautiful weekend, Saturday and Sunday, but we knew that on Monday we had to go back to the airport because there was somebody, and that somebody was very important, that we had to go and pick up from the airport. And my wife said, no, we have to bring flowers with us. And on Monday morning, we woke up, we went, we found some very nice flowers, we got a bouquet of beautiful flowers, and we went all the way to the airport. And there, upon our arrival to Stavanger airport, we saw that very important somebody waiting for us at a distance. And we had tears in our eyes because we haven't seen that very important somebody for a long time. We were very attached to the very important somebody, that we had so much compassion and passion for that very important somebody. And no, it was not my boss. And it was not my mother-in-law. It was our lost luggage. And as soon as we saw it, we went there and we hugged it and we gave it a big hug and we told it, we never want to let go of you anymore. And I know that several of you have had this thing about lost luggage coming here, and I can see a lot of heads nodding now, saying yes, 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 yes. You know, it's very easy to know when a person is coming to the hotel with his lost luggage. You see him coming with a sad face, and then the next morning, they're wearing the same clothes because they had to do the laundry all overnight, hoping that it will dry up. And then the second day, also again, they're almost depressed. And the third day, ta-dam, they go out and they are shining like superstars because they found finally their lost luggage. But my story today is not about lost luggage. It's about lost hope. It's about almost a whole society that have this sense of lost hope. Some 12 years ago, 2.1 million refugees entered my country, Lebanon. They had to flee their homes due to the civil war that broke out in their country, Syria. They left everything behind and traveled to a foreign land where they were settled as refugees. They thought that they were coming for just a few days until the situation in their country is resolved. But the days turned out to weeks, and the weeks turned out to months. And the month turned out to years, and it's been 12 years, and nobody knows when the situation in Syria is going to be resolved. Unfortunately, when they arrived to our country, they had nothing on them except the clothes that they were wearing and some of their memories. And let me tell you, most of these memories are sad memories of the loss of loved one, of the loss of all their hope in life. They had no luggage with them. And they didn't even have the privilege of, the airport bringing back the luggage to them at their hotel, because they didn't have anything that they could carry with them, because they had to leave their home in a rush, escaping the very fierce situation that they were in, leaving behind their most precious possessions. 4 days, they had to wear the same clothes that they came with. Unlike you and unlike me, they didn't have the privilege of staying in a fancy hotel, and they didn't have the privilege of using the very expensive laundry service of a hotel. They had no access to water, unfortunately, no privilege to buy or acquire any type of wear or shoes or pajamas. They were deprived of their dignity and rights. Some of them were met even with prejudice and hostility and were treated as lesser people, as second or third class people, unfortunately. They were forced to live in tents and small camps with little access to many things. They lost all hope. Many parents, mostly female parents, as most of these families had no male parent, they had to struggle a lot to make ends meet for their families and for their children, and it was difficult, if not impossible, at many times. Hopeless and helpless. They had no idea how they could improve their situation. At a church, True Vine Baptist Church, which is located in the heart of Lebanon, in the Bekaa area, which is only 30 minutes from the Syrian border, we have been at the forefront of serving the refugee community since day one of the Syrian crisis. We have been providing them with food, we have been providing them with shelter necessities, such as tarps for their camps, such as mattresses, such as many things that are needed to keep them warm, especially in the winter season. We're providing them with health care. Thousands of families were receiving health care and education. We have a school for 630 refugee kids that come every day to our school program. But later on, it came to our attention that there was a huge gap when it came to addressing the basic hygiene needs, such as laundering or washing their own clothes. You know, the lack of proper washing and laundry facilities not only affects their personal hygiene, but also their self-esteem and overall health. So one day, we had the idea, with the support of one of our local partners, to build a laundry facility to serve the refugee community. We had already rented a piece of land where we had built a community center, which is within the proximity of several camps that are for refugees. So we built a container-style space, which was equipped with 4 washing machines and 4 dryers, and a small waiting area sprinkled with a lot of love, care, hope, and a bit of laughter. The facility quickly became a hub of activity in our center. Ladies would gather around the machines. And by the way, some of them have never seen a washing machine before, so we had to teach them how to use a washing machine. They were gathering around the machine, they were happy, they were chatting and laughing as they waited for their clothes to be clean. Children would be playing nearby, waiting for their parents, to finish the laundry and go back home with them. Meet Ahmadiyya. Ahmadiyya is a mother living in a small tent, barely big enough to accommodate her family of 9 members. She carries her family laundry every day and comes twice a week to our community center. I'm not sure, this is supposed to be a video, I'm not sure why it's not working. Anyway, she comes every day to our laundry facility to wash the clothes of her 9 children who live in a very small tent without a male parent in the home. She quickly became part of our family and very grateful for the laundry washing service we offer her. During their waiting time, the ladies will gather around with our facility overseer who will be caring for them, praying for them, giving them counseling for their trauma issues, encouraging them, in addition to also sometimes watching the Jesus film in Arabic language. Discussion about faith thus occur, and as a result, many families from the refugee community have come to know about faith, and many have even given their lives and their hearts to Jesus Christ. And also several Bible study groups also emerge from those sessions, and follow-up is done regularly with them. Yes, laundry. Maybe it is a dull and boring activity for many of us. We take it for granted. We just toss our wash our laundry in the washing machine, waiting and expecting very clean result. But unfortunately, that's not at all the privilege of a refugee living in an overcrowded camp or struggling to integrate in their new community. Access to laundry facility for them is scarce, if not even not found and non-existent. This ministry has opened a great opportunity to restore hope in the lives of those who have lost all hope. It opened new doors for us to reach the people with the message of the gospel by providing access to laundry services. We are not just washing the clothes of those people. We are washing their feet. We are washing away their sense of shame. We are washing away their indignity, and we are building a whiter and brighter tomorrow, because we want them to have a whiter and brighter tomorrow, because we know that many of those families have gone a long way and have traveled a long way and have lost everything. They have lost their homes. Many of them had to travel long distances. Some of them even had to travel by land or by boat, taking risk and putting in risk all their families. And they came to countries where they were not accepted, and they came to countries where they were persecuted, unfortunately, and they had, unfortunately, to leave everything behind and be separated completely from everything else. Yes, they had a heavy burden on them, but we have now the opportunity to tell them that there is somebody who will take their burden off their shoulders. He did it for you, he did it for me, and yes, he will do it for them also. Thank you very much.